virtual standard switch, we can go ahead and take those virtual machines and do a live migration, a live network migration, which is different than a live migration. We can do a live network migration and move them over seamlessly from a virtual standard switch to a virtual distributed switch, which we'll be doing today. The other thing we did is we added some data stores, right? So if we take a look at our data stores in our data stores clusters view, we've got local storage for our two ESX hosts, ESX51 and ESX52. We also added some NFS storage, right? So we've got a shared NFS drive, and we'll just do a quick recap here for our storage, just show you guys how we got about that. So what we did here for our storage, and this is all kind of stuff that flows quickly once you start getting the hang of it, right? So for our storage, we just simply we enabled our storage adapter for iSCSI communication. So we selected our storage adapters, we clicked Add, and then up popped up VMHBA33, right? Then we configured our internet qualified name, right? So we clicked on properties here, we configured our IQN, we gave it an alias, then we went out and we actually assigned the previous VM kernel port groups that we had set up during our networking portion. So we have iSCSI1 and iSCSI2, both enabled here for multipathing purposes. Then we went ahead and pointed to our storage device where we had dynamic discovery enabled, so we can go ahead and discover our various different targets that we had available to us from our SAN storage device. We were able to take a look and find two targets, SAN SP1 and SAN SP2. Once we found those targets, we simply edited the settings by clicking Settings and clicking on the CHAP credentials, and we authenticated with the appropriate username and CHAP credentials, right? So Challenge Handshake Authentication Protocol. We use that methodology to authenticate to our SAN storage device. And since we do have two paths, they are using two different credentials, right? So most places that are larger than the single shops, mom and pop shops or the single admin run shops, will have various different credentials. Sometimes you'll find your setup will include one